Welcome to the Bentley Systems training course where you will learn how to design steel connections using RAM Connections Standalone. RAM Connections Standalone is used for the design and detailing of steel connections. It can design individual shear, moment, brace, splice, and truss connection types to a variety of different steel design codes. In this series of videos, we will be focusing our attention on the steel connection design workflow for designing gusset connections for a variety of different horizontal bracing situations, including horizontal column beam brace joints, horizontal beam brace joints, and horizontal X brace joints. Now, when creating your joint data for each of these types of joints, it will be important that you specify the appropriate beam, column, and brace sections along with your loading data. We will now turn our attention to the RAM Connections Standalone application, where, as you can see, we've already modeled several different types of joints that will require a gusset connection. For this particular video, we're going to be designing a gusset connection for a horizontal X bracing joint. When you're ready to start your connection design process, click on the Design tab in the ribbon toolbar and then click on the Assign icon. In the connection assignment dialog, you're going to notice that the program is going to automatically set up the filter for whatever type of joint you currently have selected. For this scenario, it's selected the horizontal X bracing joint, and it's shown you all of the templates that are available for this type of joint. Here, I'm going to select the HXB template and click on the Assign button. Once the assignment is complete, let's go ahead and click Close. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take a look in the joint selection area. Here, I should be able to see the status of the connection design. I'm noticing that my interaction ratio is less than 1.0, and it is in green, indicating that I don't have any errors or warnings that were encountered during the connection design. Now, even though I don't have any errors or warnings, I still might want to customize this connection per my detailing preferences. To do that, I can go to the Design tab in the ribbon toolbar and click on the Edit icon. From here, I'm going to select the Gusset option in the pull-down menu. Now, within the connection pad, you're going to notice that there are a variety of parameters that you can customize per your detailing preferences. Some of the parameters are going to have a little blue arrow adjacent to them. These are parameters that were defined through the joint data. Now, these types of parameters can be modified here, but they can't be saved to the joint itself. To make these changes permanent, you do need to go to the joint data and modify those parameters. These would be things like member properties, member sections, loads, and so forth. Anything without a blue arrow adjacent to them, you can go ahead and customize in the connection pad. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at some of these parameters. Now, here you can see in the additional geometric data, none of these options have the blue arrow adjacent to them, which means I can save them and modify them and review their effects on the connection design. And here there's an option for the continuous brace with the rear, right, and front left braces. So if I go ahead and select that option, I can see that I do have the ability to say one of the braces are going continuous through this gusset, while the other two are being interrupted. So that's an option you have available to you, and you can do that for either side or not at all. In addition to that, we organize the different pieces within this connection design by interface. So here you can see that the gusset option is selected by default. Whenever the gusset option is selected, this will give you the parameters for things like the thickness and the material properties of the gusset itself. If you would like to modify any of the connections of the members to the gusset or the gusset to any member, for example, you can go ahead and select the appropriate interface, and then you can modify the parameters, things like size or type of bolt, type of hole, and so forth. For this particular model, I'm going to go ahead and keep this detailing as the default was. In addition to that, I also like to review my steel connection report. To access the report, click on the results icon in the ribbon toolbar, and you'll be able to see all of the geometric considerations and design checks that were performed. In addition to that, you'll be able to see the status of each of those checks along with the code reference. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and close out of the connection report. And the last thing I'm going to do while in the connection pad is take a look at my DXF view. Now, a DXF drawing can be exported for any connection that was designed in RAM Connection Standalone. In addition to that, you can also customize your layers and your font information. Now, at this point, if you did make any changes in the connection pad, you want to make sure you click on this Save icon to save those customizations to this joint. If you didn't make any changes, you can feel free to just go ahead and close out of the connection pad. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and save my overall RAM Connection Standalone model. And this concludes my process for designing a horizontal X-brace gusset connection.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.